It's Alfred Raoof here out in Seattle, Washington. I'm born and raised in San Jose, California. I've been up here for about 23 years. My sponsor is Mr. Green. He had introduced me to this beautiful company that we're now a part of, and I'm here to go over some of the XLT token information. I come from a real estate background, and prior to that, I was in the gym industry. Unfortunately, that came to a screaming halt when my mom's sister passed away. I asked for a week off so that I can go home and go to the funeral, and I was told if I leave, I may not have a job when I get back. And when that was said to me, a lot of things flashed by my mind. The first thing was that my wife always had told me that I was a slave to 24-hour fitness. And I probably shouldn't use that word, but that's the word that she used. And at that point, I realized that I wasn't much more than just a piece of meat there, and they thought that they could treat me however they wanted. The long and short of that is, as soon as I came back, 30 days later, I quit working at the gym. I went into real estate. And during that 30 days, I actually studied for my test, passed my test, got associated with the broker, jumped into real estate. My first month, I sold 4 houses. So with my wife telling me that I should move on and do things on my own because of my skill set, she was 100% right, which is probably why I've been married to her for almost 23 years. And once again, I'm here to talk about these XLT tokens. This is right up my wheelhouse. I'm 18 years in the business, and similar projects to what we have do exist in traditional real estate business. The huge challenge is you got a lot of hoops to jump through. So what I have here is this tokenized real estate scenario that I'd like to show you, and it's based off 365 days. I did that because some timeshares do things similar to this. But once again, builders and people who purchase, or investors who decide to purchase commercial real estate or apartment complexes, do the exact same thing Gold Standard Bank is doing, but they're doing it with fiat money versus cryptocurrency. So once again, what we have here, this is, as we all know, this is our move and pick project. And I fractionalized it out into 365 tokens. Now we know we have a boatload more tokens than that, but that's just for simplicity, just to kind of give you an understanding. And the reason why I feel this is important is I had a hard time visualizing, and I'm in the industry, a hard time visualizing how this actually worked. And I was going over it with Mr. Green and Mr. McNeil, and somehow in some way, Mr. Delco popped on the phone, which landed me here. So once again, I'll go through it briefly. You have a commercial building or even a traditional home, and then you have an owner. Now, if he fractionalizes out 365 tokens, we're going to use each token for a day of the year. So 365 days in the year, 365 tokens. He keeps a large majority of them, which is 108, but he sends 185 tokens onto a smart contract, right? And these tokens, they drop down, and we as the consumers can now purchase tokens or shares within this project at a fraction of the cost. And then in turn, as the rents come in, revenues are paid out. And for us, again, it's paid out in USDT versus the fiat money, which is, in my opinion, a lot better. So this is just kind of a brief illustration of how tokenizing real estate functions and how it will revolutionize the real estate world. And the really interesting thing is there's a top coach, Tom Ferry, who has brought this up. He actually brought this up last year, that the real estate industry is changing and is digitizing. And soon the consumer will say, hey, Siri, hey, Google, or Alexa, find me a piece of property. And that piece of property will be tokenized. And with the click of a button, individuals will be able to own real estate. So with that said, I want to jump into our XLT tokens. I typically focus on phase number 1. phase number one is where you have your greatest advantage. We all know that we have a 86% return on our investment, and that token is only $9.63. Now, we have a valuation of $18 per token when this project is handed over in the fourth quarter of 2021, which is this year, just a few months away. And then over on this side, I did a screenshot where you can see for $999 USDT, you're able to acquire 103 of these XLT tokens. Now, if you were to do the multiplier and multiply that by 86%, and this really hit home, I consistently hear Mr. Height say, those who are patient will be rewarded. If you did the multiplier on that, at the end of the fourth quarter, or whenever this project is released, which is projected to be in the fourth quarter of this year, you are going to make 86%, 86.92% on what you put in. So you really, if you think about it and be patient, and the way I see it, you really don't pay to own real estate in Dubai, because you get all of your money back and some, and on top of that, you still own the tokens, and more importantly, you own the collateral. In my opinion, the collateral is the key in this entire project. Yes, it is amazing to be able to own property. I'm fortunate enough to own 3 properties, but I know a lot of people who have never owned a house in their entire life, has never owned any real estate in their entire life. And with this opportunity, with $99, you can own a portion of commercial real estate in Dubai, which is just phenomenal. I mean, phenomenal. And a quick story about my brother-in-law. He lives in Texas, Austin, Texas, to be exact. He just went into contract for an apartment complex, 165 units, $17.5 million. He closed on it last week. It took him 4 months to close this transaction. Within that 4 months, that $17.5 million property appreciated $5 million. And that's why you might hear, word on the street is $18 is the minimum. It could be a little more. It's not going to be less. When this project started, I'm sure it was appraised for a little bit less than what it's going to be worth 6 years down the road. And again, remember, this property is in Dubai, not Austin, Texas. All right, this next slide, this really hits home, especially to understand or to go everything I have to go through to get a transaction closed. I was talking to Mr. Best. I was very fortunate last year. I had a multiple 6-figure income last year, the best year I've ever had in real estate. Again, I was talking to Mr. Best, and I said, it's all gravy to make that kind of money, right? And I'm definitely not going to leave, 2/3 of that, 200,000 in a bank. My bank pays 0.01% in the savings account. There's no way I'm going to do that. And not only that, in knowing that our US dollar is going to depreciate 15% in 2021, I just can't do it. And I had to work so hard for that money, time sacrifice from the family. There was trips I wasn't able to do, a lot of stuff going on to earn that type of money. And we just went over the comp plan. And I'm looking at that compensation plan, and depending on which way you go, you build a business, you get nodes. Do you know the monies from the nodes, that's coming in no matter what happens. I've been in other deals where you build an organization, that organization, for some reason, something happens, starts to dwindle away, and so does your income. But the nodes, you are guaranteed to get that 2.5%, that 7.5%, that 11.99% month after month after month. Now, again, I'll jump back to this screen. I got a little sidetracked there. These are things that are not associated with tokenized real estate. And for this reason, this is why a lot of people think that your traditional real estate sale will soon go away. There's no application fees. You don't have to pay an appraisal fee. No credit check report, no recording fees. You don't have escrow, titles, warranties, flood insurance, and the huge one that's left off this list is you don't have to pay for a property manager. You're not paying commissions on the front end or the back end. You know, when you sell your house, you got to pay 3% to the buyer's agent, 3% to the seller's agent. And if it's $1 million home, that's $30,000 to me for bringing the buyer, $30,000 to the listing agent. All of that is washed away. And that's usually a screen that Mr. Green talks about. Now this screen, this is where I'll end, and then I'm going to go on and actually do a purchase so that you can see how to go about purchasing the XLT tokens. But before I jump into this, I'd like to say, and I was talking to Mr. Green 2 days ago, most of us, actually every person, we're motivated by one of two things. You're either motivated by love or you're motivated by fear. And in most cases, that love needs to outweigh the fear in order for you to move forward. A brief example, if your child fell into a swimming pool on the deep end and you weren't the best swimmer, the love for your child would send you into that water to figure out, how am I going to save my baby and get them back? Now I've heard countless conversations about this, that, and the third. And when I hear conversations like that, it kind of makes me think that that particular person, and if it's you, I apologize ahead of time. I don't mean to take shots at you, but that particular person is operating in fear because they're taking a negative outlook on what is happening. And then you have that person who is operating out of love, which I'd like to say I tend to steer toward. I'm looking at how and why. Why would somebody pay me 86.9% on every penny that I put into a project? And the only thing I could come up with was collateral. And the announcement about the lifetime node solidified that. That is a way to increase collateral, which increases liquidity for a company. It's just like stocks, just like your bank account. You put money into the bank. Do you think that money just sits there? No, the bank invests it. They use that money to go on and do other projects. So I have this really quick slide I'm gonna go over, and then I'll make a couple of purchases. Actually, I'm gonna make one purchase. I'm not gonna make a couple. I'll make one purchase. We all know, and this number, there's 10,500. I'm sorry, 10,500,000 in USD will go towards collateral into our project. So if we took the current market value of our coin, which is it's bouncing between 4/10 and 5/10 of a penny, times the dollar amount, you're looking at 2.625 billion coins that will be taken off the market in phase number 1. Again, this is just a simple math. If nothing changes to the value of the coin after extracting these coins from the market, this is what we have. Now, as we start to move across, and we know we have a deflationary model. As coins come out the market and pulled out of circulation, the value of our coin has the potential to go up. If we just move that over to 1 cent, and the amazing thing is our coin has been as high as 2.2 cents. You're looking at $26 million in collateral. You drop that over to 10 cents, $262.5 million in collateral. And again, that's based on the value of our coin increasing as we pull coins out of the market. And this is, we're only talking about phase 1, not phase 2. which pulls more coins out, and phase 3, which pulls an enormous amount of coins out. At 25 cents, you got 626,000. And at 50 cents, $1.32 billion in collateral. It makes all the sense in the world to collateralize your G999 coins. It helps you and it helps the project. And at $1, you can see the math. That's very simple math. I don't really need to go into that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna exit out of this screen. And I'm gonna go to my dashboard and show you how to make a purchase, how simple it is to make a purchase of commercial real estate in Dubai.
Brother,
Yes,
Alfred, before you leave the screen, you're a real estate guy and you're a numbers guy, and I know what you just said made all the sense in the world to you. Now, okay, as a resident Forrest Gump, I got to come in and say, okay, you got to make that personal to me, so I can feel what you just said. I think I got it, but from a collateral standpoint. So for all the real estate, the XLT that I purchased, that collateral, as we go through phase 1, and let's say we do end up at phase 1, and by the time we finish phase 1, is at $1. I'm trying to make my mind make sense. Not only am I getting paid a residual income from the real estate I own every month, all that collateral G999 that I still own is now worth $1 coin. And so if I happen to have 100,000 collateralized, that's still another $100,000 asset I own along with the real estate.
that is correct.
Okay. I'm just trying to make sure I understand I know what I heard you say. I thought I understood what you said, but I said, no, Tyrone, you need to stop him right here and go back real slow with that question one more time. Because I'm not the sharpest guy in the draw, but I like to know what the money means. Okay, I ain't got to understand it all.
You're 100% correct. I'll do a real quick, brief little 1, 2, 3. We got $70 million going into phase number 1. 15% of that is going to be collateral. So that's $10,500,000 in collateral. As we move across this chart, you can see this 10 million grow as the value of our coin appreciates, and it's inevitable that it will appreciate because, again, we're on a deflationary model. We're pulling coins out of the market. They're coming off the market. So the value of the coin is going to go up. Now watch this. I'm going to take this another step. When we pull, I'm getting the chills thinking about this. As we pull all 16 billion coins off the market, they're out of circulation. The only coins to be on the market are fresh coins that we, as the community, have been blessed to own. We get to name our price. I'm getting the chills. We get to name our price on GS Trade, and that's why GS Trade is there. I put all this together. GS Trade is there because you could set your coins on there. You can say, I will sell you my coin at this price. Pick it up if you want to, or don't. I'll convert it into USDT and go spend it somewhere, go buy me another villa. So we as a community have an opportunity to not only have our coins that are collateralized, we still own these coins and they don't go away. We own those coins. Keep them locked up. You don't want to spend this collateral. Keep it locked up. Live off of your rewards is the name of this game. Live off of your rewards and you will be the happiest person on the earth because you won't have to work, and you will be the #1 philanthropist on the planet.
I got it.
Okay. All right, so we're gonna purchase some XLT. What do I have? I got some ETH. Bye-bye, ETH. And
your screen is not showing, Alfred.
Okay. Let me go back to the share. Okay, is it showing now?
There you go.
All right. All right, so again, I can't, after everything you got to go through to own real estate, this is how long it takes you to own commercial real
So
estate.
Alfred, if you
Yes,
would,
sir.
I'm sorry to interrupt you. Go back again to where you clicked on the XLT.
Okay, so you can go to your menu bar, XLT and G999.
And so folks, somebody asked, how do you purchase G999? It's the same way. He just
Over here.
showed you. When you click on XLT, yep, it's right over there. Thank
So
you, sir.
this will be, if you just want to go pure G999, you're on this side. And in order for you to purchase your XLTs, let me back up. Okay, we'll go to the dashboard. In order for you to purchase XLTs, you want to be sure that you have G999 on your dashboard, which is here. And as I purchase this XLT token, you will see that this number over here is going to go down because this is where your collateral is extracted from, and it'll be sent down here. And something that I did realize, I did the Pathfinder package. There's no collateral. I didn't see any collateral show up. That's just pure coins. You don't get collateral with that, which is why I have 298 tokens, but it doesn't reflect that here because this is only tokens that I purchased using the vouchers. Okay, so we're going XLT. Next step, we'll do a $99 purchase. I'm going to use Ethereum. And again, $99 USDT. 15% of that $99 is coming from G999 and collateral. This will be extracted from my dashboard.
Okay, pause right there for me, Mr. Raoof. Mr. Best, this is where everybody should take off running into a wall, because he just reduced the price of that $99 purchase by about $15, and the $15 won't be spent. He just wants to take the G999 is an asset that the G999 building will accept as collateral. You don't have to pay it. Now tell me if I said that okay. I'm gonna say it again. Because you have G999, G999 building says, okay, you just hold that coin as collateral and I'm gonna give you a 15% discount. You don't need to spend as much money to get this real estate that Mr. Alfred Raoof is about to buy. He's gonna get 15% discount just holding his asset.
I still can't believe that, but it's true. It's going to happen. And what just outside of that, this is what really blows me away. You take that $10, that 10 tokens, I mean, and multiply that by $18, that comes out to $185. You really, if you just wait your 4 months, and I'll be totally transparent, I'm not cashing out. I know real estate. I know what happens with real estate. I will let that token go through the roof because I'm all about having this collateral double in 3.5 years. All I have to do is keep breathing and all of my collateral will double in 42 months. I'm a big Jamaica fan, so that's where I'm going. And it's done.
I'm gonna add one more little piece of that. Just again, I've already acquired thousands of dollars of the XLT. Thousands. I didn't understand any of that till just now. That's what we mean by sometimes. I mean, I know for the business people out there, the bottom line business people, you need to know all this stuff. I thank God I don't have to know it all the time. When Joseph Haidt put it back there, I trust he's done everything the last 7 months I've seen designed to help us earn and build wealth. And I'm telling you, I've gotten thousands of XLT in the last 2 weeks. And I didn't understand what Brother Raoof just showed us until just now. I didn't get it. I mean, I knew my G999 dropped. I knew it said that's collateral, but I didn't really know what it meant. I understood I got some real estate, and all I did was run around telling folks, man, I now own real estate in Dubai. That's my whole pitch. Okay, I own real estate in Dubai. Okay, because I know I'm surrounded by brilliant people like you just listened to, and Mr. Keisha McKnight, and Joseph Height, and Alexander Coachendahl, and Mr. Michael Dalco. I ain't got to know everything. Just don't plan on being the smartest guy in the room and listen to smart people like the brother who just finished. I mean, I'm serious, but I appreciate what you did, because I'm sitting there going, I'm just doing it. When you just finished explaining that, Brother Abdul got me fired up to do it, but that was not because I understood it. Brother Abdul been in real estate for 30 years. He said, man, you want to do this? I said, okay. So I did it again. Now you just broke down why I need to do it. So I can't wait this over so I can go get me about $10,000, $20,000 more. Because we just got paid yesterday. So back to you. I'm finished.
Yeah. Hey, I'll say this: that Dubai real estate is sexy, but that collateral is something special. And I'll end it with this: we all know that each and every one of us has certain giftings, right? And the good Lord, the Creator, the universe, however you decide to define it, has blessed you with these giftings. We also know that if you do not utilize your gifting, it will be taken away. Now, I don't mean to rain on the parade of the lifetime no, but after a month of, as a community, being a little clouded by XLTs, we see that there's another way to acquire collateral, and that's through the lifetime node. I'm here to say this, my family, please. I am not a financial advisor. I cannot give you financial advice. All I could do is show you what I have done and what I will continue to do. As my money gets transferred over, I will get the legend pack, and that's when you'll see me start grinding out those XLTs, because I'm all about that 7X. I'm just going to end it there. I can't tell you what to do, but I think you can figure it out. You do everything you can to get that collateral, especially if it's programmed into the blockchain to double if you leave it in there for 42 months. What are we going to do for the next 3.5 years? All you have to do is keep breathing. And even if you stop, make sure you have your beneficiaries filled out in the back office, because somebody is going to benefit from that double.
Mr. Raoof, are you saying that the higher packages give you greater collateral on the XLT purchases?
They give you greater collateral. No, you get a 7X on your, well, it's not as you. I'm going for the 7X Lydian Lions if I were to purchase raw G9.
Got it.
And then I'm also, that extra 5% in GS Wealth, is it 4 or 5?
It's 4, but
it's 4. That extra 4% in GS Wealth is priceless. That in itself is worth $11,000 to me, with the amount of money that I'm going to put in there. Again, I can't leave $200,000, $300,000 in a traditional bank. That system failed. Now it's just waiting for the bottom to completely fall out. I can't do it. I can't. And I got the green light from my wife. I've been married over 23 years. The money is being transferred out, and I will have my checks deposited directly into my GS Lifestyle card. I tell you, when I went to Jamaica for 10 days and stuck that GS Lifestyle card and pulled out $500 cash, that's when the whole deal got real for me. Everything else is just fun and games. We getting legacy points. We're in Dubai. We're hanging out. But when I actually use that card and cryptocurrency to live off of in Jamaica, in a foreign country, it blew me away. Thank you very much. Alfred Raoof, Seattle, Washington.
Say Raoof is on fire. We don't need no water. We're gonna burn that G999. Yes, we are. Man, this is just so incredible. And I didn't know how hard it was gonna be to moderate this event, Mr. Michael Dalco. So I might throw that back to you because man, I can't be still. Okay, calm down. Thank you so much, Alfred. That was amazing. So, guys, thank you again for just showing him appreciation in the chat. I mean, this is what we get here. Not only do you sign up for a free account, not only it just costs you $99 to position yourself for commercial real estate in Dubai, but you get all of this knowledge and this information that we have as a community for free. I mean, how much did this main event ticket cost you? It cost you to cut off the TV and just not go where you were going, but to be here. So, guys, thank you so much. We really, really appreciate that, sir. Yes, yes, yes. So we're gonna keep this moving. We got one more to go. Yes. So, guys, hold up.